the question that everybody was hitting me up for today was Peso Pluma. How did that come about?
Okay. So I get a call from my uncle, who's my entertainment attorney and my mentor. And he calls me and says, hey, come to the studio, which is Prahin Studio. It's out there in Anaheim. And I said, okay. He goes, you're going to do this tour with this kid named Peso Pluma. And I go, who? And I said, okay. And I trust my uncle because my uncle's put me with Banda MS. He's put me with Feedme. He's put me he's the one that gets all the immigration papers. Oh. So he knows who's who and who's coming and who's going to be the next big thing. And not only that, but I worship my uncle. He's just the best.
So when he told you about Peso Pluma, what year was this? Was it last year, the year before?
In April, last year.
And then you said who?
Yeah, I said who. I mean, respectfully.
Yeah,
you know I didn't know, so I start looking him up, and at that time, Peso was only wearing a mask. He was constantly wearing a ski mask. So I'm like, well, what does he look like? You know?
Yeah.
I seen this little flaco dude.
Yeah.
But I already liked his imagery he was portraying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And I never question what my uncle says. If he tells me to jump off a ridge, I'm gonna say, all right, cool, let's just jump. You know? That's how much love and respect and trust I have.
Yeah.
So I got to the studio and I seen my buddy Prahin, who owns Prahin Records. He just got a Grammy with Peso.
Awesome.
And Arminio, the other co-manager. And we're shooting around. I go, okay, well, give me his numbers. Like, what does he have on Spotify? And I think he had maybe 40 or 80,000. I'm like, okay. And how many shows has he done? They go, none. They go, he was washing dishes not too long ago in New York. And I'm like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I said. And I said, and my uncle just shook his head. He goes, yes, you know. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do? And I'm thinking like a nightclub or, something like because he was going to do the Farion in Linwood.
Fuck, I haven't heard the Farion in the fucking
years.
Do you remember Potreros?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So I said, okay, what do you guys want to do? And they said, Toyota Arena. And I said, holy shit. I said, that's 9,000 people. And my uncle says, just trust the process. I said, okay, cool. So long story short, we agreed to do it. I met with some people and they tried to convince me not to do it. They said, you're going to flop. And I said, no, I'm trusting the process. And we sold out in 10 minutes. And after that, he catapulted, bro.
Wow.
I'm talking about 9,000 tickets in 10 minutes. You know? And when I finally saw what he looked like, I'm like, oh shit, he's a good looking kid too. I'm like, okay, cool. I thought he was hiding it for a reason. You know?
Yeah.
But it was just that whole Spider-Man thing he was creating. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you went on your uncle's word, whom I'll bet the house on my uncle's word,
right.
Okay? But you didn't know nothing about Peso Pluma,
no.
And he's telling you, go get the 9,000 arena.
Right. And I had a whole tour. Matter of fact, it's funny you brought up Danzig because, he had told me to sign the contract when I was at my Danzig show. Danzig was performing Elvis. So it was like a double whammy for me.
Wow.
And I was just telling my uncle, I'm like, okay, I'll sign. I said, just give me till tonight. Like leave me alone. I'm over here watching, Danzig, my idol, do Elvis. And he goes, sign the contract, dude. It was for a whole arena tour. So long story short, I didn't sign it, and Live Nation got involved. So they kind of not swooped him, but they definitely got more involved. You know what I mean? And I had to share Peso Pluma. And everywhere we went, we would put it on sale. In 2 minutes, it was sold out. 1 minute, it was sold out. And it was just incredible.
Okay, now here's my question from the outside looking in. You being a successful promoter and then never hearing of this kid,
right? You
go get the 9,000, 9,000 seat arena, and then it sells out in 10 minutes. Didn't at one point you wonder, okay, what the fuck was this? Like, how did this happen?
No, because we had done Nata and Junior H, and it sold out. But we just, like I said, like it was destined to be, because right after that, Live Nation had plans to do their thing with him.
Yeah.
In small little clubs. When they saw what I did, they're like, oh shit. Like he just did it in Ontario, not even LA. There's a big difference between Ontario and LA. Like LA's where it's supposed to be popping. Yeah. I just found a place where I didn't want to compete with nobody. That's why I went to Ontario. Yeah. And if you know your demographics, all the Mexicans and Chicanos, we all moved to the IE.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because it's cheaper, yada, yada, yada. So I always knew there was a big people, base of our people out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Blacks too, whites, Chinese, but mainly it was Latinos that got away from the hood for whatever reason. Or, you know what I mean? So that's been my home, and I just knew it was going to, I said, if we do it here in Ontario, this guy's going to be the next big thing. And he was, Wow. Every single arena, bro, they only got bigger. We went from 10,000 people arenas to 20,000 people arenas to now, this year's going to be stadiums. So it's just like...
Do you think it surprised him?
I think he knew he was going to be what he is.
Okay.
But he's another humble one. It was very overwhelming in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then when the reality set in that, hey, holy shit, this is what it takes, like it wore on him. He got very physically tired. Because once you take off like a rocket, bro, there's no turning back. He did 54 shows? from a guy that's never done a show.
Yeah, from washing dishes,
right?
Never done shows, and then all of a sudden you just take the hell off.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's just like I said, to me, I think he had that confidence, and when he did his first show in Ontario, everybody who was in attendance was blown away at, like, that was his first show. They couldn't believe it because he does the Elvis dance too. I don't know if you know that, but that was influenced by the thing where he does his leg.
Oh, okay.
He does this thing where he does like a step, and it's just incredible, man. So it was great to be a part of that, and then knowing that they just won a Grammy for Genesis, the album.
Yeah,
it's just more testament to like just how incredible life is. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. 2024. Anything you got lined up with Peso Pluma?
We have some shows that we're going to co-pro with him. It's probably not going to be as many, but I have a lot of other tours that are taking our time up. You know, I'm doing that stuff with Chang and Be Real. You know, we just got a lot of things, man. Then I got some big Banda shows coming. We got more variety shows because I always like to get people like look, I'll never have Taylor Swift. You know what I mean? But I'll have Keith Sweat. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'll never have, you know, probably Justin Bieber, but I got, you know, Charlie Wilson. Okay. You know what I mean?
Is there anybody that you've tried to get and you just couldn't?
That happens all the time, bro. Especially when I first started. Like, I would get hung up on. Like, the first time that I got a hold of Ciara, the lady answered on accident because I kept calling WME. Well, it was called William Morris back then. Then she would hang up on me. Kara Lewis, hang up on me. And then I called one day and she accidentally picked up her personal line, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, and she goes, "Answer before I hang up." I'm like, I need to book one of your artists. And she's like, "Who is this?" And I started, she goes, where's Montebello? She goes, and I could tell right when I said East LA, she went, you know, like, oh, all right, you know?
Right.
But she took my call, and we had Ciara, and then Akon, and then Rihanna, and then, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just nuts, bro.
My question to you is, do you watch podcasting at all? And who are some of your favorite podcasters?
You know, to be honest with you, not really. You're one of the ones I watch. But to be honest with you, like no, but not really, because I don't know who to watch. You know what I mean? I'm too busy with what I do.
Yes.
I've been asked to be on podcasts, and I normally say no, because I don't find myself that interesting. But really, like, I've always been behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, you won't see me, you know, at my shows on stage. Just if I am, I'm hiding in the back.
I've seen that.
Yeah, literally hiding. You know, it's just not my thing. But what I do want to say, if you don't mind, it's kind of off topic, is I'm just so proud, bro, of what we're doing as young Mexicans and Latinos, like Jimmy Humilde, you know, Angel Del Records, myself, you, Baby Bash, Burner. Like, bro, like, it's a great time to be Mexican. It's a great time to be Latino. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, we're becoming businessmen.
Absolutely.
Like to watch Burner be in Forbes magazine is so inspiring. Like, you know, I'm his agent for his music, but bro, he was a duffel bag boy, you know, slanging and doing his thing, bro. And it's like, damn, that's crazy, bro. I remember as a kid watching Be Real come to my dad's nightclub when Mellow Man Ace was on, and they were just like waiting to get put on. And now seeing Be Real own multiple businesses and dispensaries is just like, bro, that shit's inspiring, bro. Because it was either, you know, the big black artists or the whites. We were always kind of like, you know, Vicente Fernandez, not knowing that Chicanos had all this talent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And it's just like, to me, bro, it's so motivating to watch us just grow. And like my boy Jimmy, he's doing it, bro. Like, he brought a whole movement. And, you know, I'm just very proud of all of us, bro.
Awesome. You know, and I'm glad you brought up the Be Real dispensaries, because I've gone to 2 of his grand openings. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you one thing that I said the same thing to Be Real that I said Mr. Cartoon, because I've known Mr. Cartoon since he's been a teenager, you know, from San Pedro. Yeah. Started at the Roadium. And when he was in my documentary, I just shook his hand, bro. I didn't ask him for a hat. I didn't ask him for a T-shirt. I just wanted to tell him, look, bro, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, bro. Yeah. I said, because I remember seeing you play my mixtapes, airbrushing and selling the shirts. Yeah. He made Eazy-E a shirt, you know. I said, so Cartoon, a lot of people don't know that my artwork, my the High C name with the microphone and my name, that was his first album cover ever.
Wow, no way.
Yeah, and he did it for us.
That's dope.
You know, and so I just told him I'm proud of you. So when I went to Be Real's dispensary grand openings, I told him the same thing, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. Yeah. You know, I think I met B like in 1991. Yeah. You know, I just told, bro, as far as you come, and he's such a genuine, humble dude, bro. Right. Bash, the same way. Right. MC Magic, the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I want to say this about MC Magic. Yeah. I've never seen an artist shake every person that came to see him perform's hand and take a picture with him.
He is one of the most humble guys in the world, bro. You know who's another one that doesn't get a lot of credit? Recently he has been, but he's always been behind the scenes and has done some heavy shit, is Esteban.
Yes, he's been here like 5 times.
Yeah, I look up to that guy, bro. You know, I always admire his humbleness, and he's just quiet. When he talks, it's one of those guys that's like a wizard, bro. Like, you listen, because he very rarely talks.
Yes.
We have a guy like that inside of our motorcycle club called Poor Boy. Like, when he talks, you just listen. When Esteban talks, people just listen.
Yes.
And like people don't know what the stuff he's done. He's managed Cypress Hill. He managed, House of Pain.
Yes.
People don't know until they saw that L.A. documentary thing.
Yeah, L.A. Originals.
L.A. Originals.
And he also directed the Cypress Hill.
Right. And it's just like I said, it's a perfect time, bro. And I'm hoping that the younger guys, the next generation, takes lead from what we're doing and become businessmen, bro, because it's like the stats tell us that we're supposed to fail, supposed to be in jail, supposed to be addicted to drugs, but like I'm seeing otherwise, bro. Like, it's a perfect time.